Hello friends, welcome to my channel. After a long time, I am before you with the topic of Afghanistan crisis. It was started on 15th August on our Independence Day. I was happy on that day, but after listening to this news, I did some research and analyzed all the results and made a video for you. I think you like it. Come on. What happened to Afghanistan? The group completed their shockingly rapid advance across the country of Afghanistan by capturing the Kabul on 15th August. It comes after the forces of foreign announced their withdrawal from the following deal between US and the Taliban. After 2 decades after US forces removed from the militants from power in 2001, conflict has killed tens of thousands of the people and displaced millions. Who are Talibans? The Taliban, or students in Pashto language, emerged in early 1990s in northern Pakistan, followed the withdrawal of the Soviet troops from Afghanistan. It is believed that predominantly Pashtun movement first appeared in religious seminarities, mostly paid by the money from Saudi Arabia, which preached the hardline from Sunni Islam. Why US had a war with Talibans? The US invasion of Afghanistan became the first phase in the War of Afghanistan in 2001 to present. US President George W. Bush demanded that Taliban's hand over Osama bin Laden and expel Al Qaeda. Bin Laden had already been wanted by FBI since 1998. Afghan War. In the history of Afghanistan, internal conflict that began in 1978 between anti-communist Islamic guerrillas and Afghan communist government, aided in 1979 to 1989 by Soviet troops, leading to the overthrow of the government in 1992. What will be the effect on India? Afghanistan had always been a crucial for India's strategic interests in South Asia. After Afghanistan was left ravaged in 2001, India was helped the country to build roads, schools, hospitals, dams, and many other crucial projects that helped to shape the country's future. India has already invested around 3 billion US dollars or 224 crore in Afghanistan infrastructure, which includes over 400 projects across all provinces in the country. India will find itself in a relatively disadvantageous position. This is the price India has to pay for going too close to the US and certain errors in its own policy judgments. Can India resist Taliban's? India faces a bleak security prospects in Afghanistan after the withdrawal of the American forces. India faced the similar situation in Afghanistan in 1989 when Soviet forces withdrew from Afghanistan, and soon it became the first under the control of the Mujahideens in 1992 and finally under the control of Taliban of 1996. Taliban regime played a dubious game in 1999 Indian plane hijack to Kandahar, resulting in the compulsory release of the dreaded terrorists like Masood Azhar in the bargain for the safety of the Indian passengers. And now, Taliban in convenience with Pakistan has poised to control Afghanistan after the American withdrawal. This may lead to the rise in terror activities across the India to provide strategic depth to Pakistan on the long run. In spite of the above facts, it is not advisable for India to get involved in a military fight with the Taliban at this stage, because India does not have the experience of fighting such a war in a distant and unknown place. Moreover, such this adventure is likely to fail as the fate of the American military has shown. It may also be stretching her defense capabilities beyond a permissible limit. India was given this offer by US in 2001 to join the coalition forces to fight against the Taliban, but Vajpayee government politely declined this offer, Since the presence of the US and NATO forces in 2001, India has been playing a role important in socio-economic development and the building infrastructure of the Afghanistan. A democratic, stable, and prosperous Afghanistan, away from the influence of Pakistan, is best suited to India's core interests. But this cannot be achieved by military means by India. Thus, India needs to explore some diplomatic and political means to realize our goals in Afghanistan. Indian and Afghanistan relations. India and Afghanistan have a strong relationship based on the historical and cultural links. India has played a significant role in the reconstruction and rehabilitation of Afghanistan. We believe that democracy and development are in October 2011, Afghanistan signed its first strategic pact with India. The military assistance will include training of Afghanistan security personnel. The strategic partnership is to support the Afghanistan. He also stated that Pakistan is a twin brother, India is a great friend. The key instruments to ensure that Afghanistan becomes a source of regional stability. Problems of the people of Afghanistan. The poorest and the most vulnerable segments of the population suffer the most with the sluggish growth and increased the conflict, pushing 1.3 million more Afghans into poverty since 2011 and 12. Increase in the poverty rate from 35.8% in 2011 to 12 to 39.1% in 2013 and 14. Civil war has brought a variety of social ills in Afghanistan, such as poverty, inauthentic strife, inequality of women, and widespread thievery, kidnapping, and banditry. Blood feuds handed down the generations are legendary, and revenge is regarded as a necessary readiness of the wrong. Consequences in Afghanistan. The process of the Taliban taking over Afghanistan, which began a few weeks back, is now nearly complete. All those who worked for the democratic Afghanistan for the last 20 years under the leadership of the US are going to face a major setback. This is not just in NATO allies of the US but also India. Today, strategic environment around the Afghanistan is very different from 1990s and 2001. Taliban are likely to take over the full recognition from the major powers including US, China, Russia and European Union. The way they have swept the Afghanistan in a matter of days, the chances of the imminent civil war are limited. Latest reports suggest that Kabul has also fallen to the Afghanistan. The President Ashraf Ghani and top officials fled the country on 15th August. With this, Taliban has controlled virtually the whole Afghanistan. With all the border crossings, the way the Afghanistan national forces have crumbled along with the negotiable deals with the local leadership, country has avoided the major destruction so far. Even in every country, including US, legitimation the Taliban politically by openly talking to them, Indian policy makers are still hesitant. But even if they would talk to them, they would not make much difference in their perceptions of each other or in the final outcome. Afghanistan will continue to be the important of the regional connectivity. But now the focus may change toward China's Belt and Road initiatives and Gadwar port in Pakistan. Even under the Ghani government, Kabul has been on connecting itself to BRI, either directly or through China-Pakistan Economic Corridor (CPEC). As Central Asians have already part of BRI, they may find these developments useful. Friends, I am starting a new series with telling about the relationships between India and other countries. If you want to see this series, you need to subscribe my channel and like my videos and share my videos to everyone you know. Thank you.